When people think about Apple's leader, they remember the amazing Steve Jobs. After Jobs left, Tim Cook stepped in and led Apple to incredible success, making it the first trillion-dollar company. And for all this, it usually takes a lot, including a very early wake-up call. Well, here it is, a day in the life of Tim Cook. Tim Cook, one of the top CEOs globally, keeps a low profile. Unlike some tech leaders, he's not all about the spotlight. But don't be fooled. Tim Cook is a smart guy. He's the brains behind Apple's success in wearables and turning it into a big player in services like Apple Music, Apple TV, and the App Store, making them billions. Running Apple's worldwide business from their cool spaceship campus in California, Cook handles a lot. Despite the huge job, he says he manages to balance work and life well. Ever wonder what the daily life of this tech big shot looks like? Tim Cook doesn't chat with the media much unless it's all about Apple's business. So there isn't tons of info on his daily routine. But guess what? We did some snooping, and here are some cool things about Tim. First off, he's an early bird, waking up at 3:45 a.m. That's really super early, but for him, it's normal. He even once joked about his early morning, saying, "Got some extra rest hours for today's event. Slept in until 4:30. At that early hour, he has the freedom to spend his time as he sees fit. He said, "I can control the mornings better than the evenings and through the day. Things happen throughout the day that kind of blow you off course," he told the Australian Financial Review in 2021. The morning is yours, or should I say the early morning is yours. Right after opening his eyes, he dives into work. He likes to get it done starting around this time of the day. So what does he do? He sits down and tackles over 700 plus emails in his inbox before heading over to the gym. He admits that he really tries as much as possible to read all the emails, but obviously he can't. The reason for reading? Cook believes that all of these extraordinary emails keep his hands on the pulse of what the customers are feeling, thinking, and doing. He shared a touching story about receiving some really nice notes. One note came from a driver who had a seizure. Thanks to the iPhone 14's crash detection feature, it automatically called for help when the driver couldn't do it. People are sending in these amazing stories, talking about how technology, especially Apple products, has made a real difference in their lives. It's heartwarming stuff. We can say that this is what maybe gives them the motivation to wake up that early, right? But would you be able to live up to his standards if you started off the day as early as Tim Cook does? Anyway, moving on. Even though Apple Park has a fancy gym, Tim doesn't sweat it out there. Nope, he likes his workouts on the down low, away from reporters and coworkers. That's why he prefers his workouts at home. Fitness is a big deal for Cook. He even posted a pic of his Apple Watch after a run, proving he goes all out in his workouts. And guess what? His exercise routine lasts for about 30 to 45 minutes. Cook, who once described himself as a fitness nut in a Fortune interview, has a morning routine similar to those of many other successful leaders. In fact, Oprah Winfrey, Mark Zuckerberg, and Richard Branson have all talked about the importance of waking up early to exercise. Post-workout, he gets fresh and ready, then hits up his nearby Starbucks for a coffee fix. Finally, around 8 a.m. to 9 a.m., he zooms off to Apple Park. Now, we don't know all the breakfast information for Tim, but in one interview, he spilled the beans on his morning meal. He tucked into a bowl of sugar-free cereal with almond milk, and get this, a plate of scrambled egg whites and bacon. But it's not just your regular bacon, he's all about that turkey bacon life. Really a tasty twist to start off the day, right? During the day, he spends most of his time in the office at Apple Park. He's like the office role model and leads by example. He's often one of the first through the doors in the morning and the last to leave at night. Tim Cook means business at work. He's famous for holding super long meetings that go on for hours. In these marathons, he's not holding back, digging into details and checking out performance numbers. So for the employees, it's like gearing up for a test. They've got to be on their A game, ready for whatever Tim throws at them in those marathon meetings. Being the big boss of the world's biggest tech company, he's got a ton on his plate. From handling all things Apple on a global scale to making sure everything's running smoothly, Tim Cook is on the job. Back in the day, employees at Apple might recall Steve Jobs as a bit fiery, but Tim Cook, he's like the opposite. His way of managing might not have all the drama and ups and downs, but his employees respect his no-nonsense approach to his business. When there's a big project on the horizon, Tim goes all in. Picture this, he's emailing his team in the middle of the night or throwing impromptu meetings like it's no big deal. Tim Cook has a really cool way of sizing up his team. He's into asking them questions to see if they've got the smarts and strength that he's after. Imagine this, if you nail one question, he doesn't stop there. Nope, he'll hit you with 10 more to see where you stand. All of these questions to figure out if they've got the mental fortitude and intelligence to keep up. Even though he's a tough boss, he's all about fairness. You might catch him grabbing lunch in the Apple Park food court, just hanging out with the crew. When Tim's got some free time in the afternoons or on weekends, he's all about biking or hiking. It's his way of staying fit and kicking back. And here's a surprise. Even though he's got a big bank account, Tim Cook keeps it simple. No wallet in his pocket, and he's not throwing money around like some other tech big shots. Rumor has it that he's even scoring underwear deals at Nordstrom's. Tim Cook is super private outside of work. Go ahead, try to find his place on Google Street View. It's all blurred out. Now, about his evenings, it's a bit of a mystery, but one thing's for sure, Tim likes his chill time. Come 8:45 p.m., he's hitting the hay, making sure to grab a good 7 hours of shut-eye before jumping back into the action. And there you have it, a glimpse into the day-to-day life of Tim Cook, the man behind the success of Apple. Rising even before the sun, diving into a whirlwind of emails, and leading with a blend of dedication and finesse, Cook's routine mirrors a disciplined, focused approach. His commitment to innovation and his meticulous attention to detail have paved the way for Apple's continued dominance and success even in the wake of Steve Jobs' passing. Yet, amidst the business meetings and global responsibilities, he still finds time for simple pleasures in life like hiking and moments with his team, showcasing a balance between dedication and his own personal well-being. Tim Cook's unassuming lifestyle underscores his commitment to Apple's ethics and the power of quiet, steadfast leadership. And as each day winds down and leads into an evening shrouded in secrecy and privacy, one thing remains absolutely certain. Behind the scenes, the gears are always turning for the man at the helm of one of the world's most influential and profitable companies. Now, here's a question to leave you intrigued. What do you think Tim Cook's most unusual habit or routine might be? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more fascinating insights into the world of tech and beyond. Until next time, stay curious.